Hey everybody, how you doing? Chris here. Of course, to show you some comic books. What else am I going to show you on here? So these are some of the stuff that I grabbed when we were in the city just recently on the weekend. I have recently gotten a much needed, I think, raise at work. Definitely wasn't having much money at the end of each check, so I'll be getting a little bit extra each. But still doesn't come out to all that much, but still a little bit more left in the bank account at the end of the month is always better. So did go to the city, splurged a little bit, I guess, ended up spending quite a bit, but yeah. Overall, I mean, there's food, gas, spent some money on my family, of course, kind of celebrate. So got some stuff, gonna show it to you. But first, there's a couple things I wanted to talk about. First of all, I don't want to really show anything, but you hear that sound. That's the art board, the little art project I have going for Jean Paul Ace Peter. I finally completed it, so I'll eventually be sending this to him. Pretty happy how it turned out. So I'll see. See whether I'm actually going to send him the original or get some 11x17 prints of it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's my first project with a comic book art board, so it was a lot of fun. So next, the other thing I want to address, which is more of a serious thing, and the Captain Cummins has already addressed this as well for me on his channel. Thank you very much, by the way. Having the support of the people in our comic book community here is very awesome. I really appreciate it. A certain troll that we've recently been having here within our comic book community decided to post a nasty comment about my son, which is not even 3 yet. On one of my videos. I think it was a March 23rd comic books plus special guest, and the name of that channel was called Sam Thompson, and it was just that day, I think, or just 2 days before that they had a new channel, and I was looking at their feed and there's already some nasty comments, somebody cussing out somebody on a Doctor Strange video. There was another video where they just said, you know, I sharted, like just stupid stuff, and you know, saying F you to people, and the thing that said about my son is just absolutely uncalled for. It's ridiculous. If that person was in front of me, I would definitely be, it wouldn't be very nice, and any parent would go to, would have a blowout, absolutely. So there's other trolls that I've just, whatever, you have a nasty comment, I don't like you, block them, and it's forgotten. This one I don't think is appropriate, and I don't think it should be forgotten, and I think, hopefully, the rest of you in our community can help me deal with this. I've already blocked, and I sent in an abuse report to YouTube. Unfortunately, at that time, they said they cannot do anything about that. It didn't fall within any of their guidelines, but I think it's completely inappropriate, and it was just awful. It just, a twisted individual who listed on that YouTube page was 21, but I very much doubt that. So if you guys want to send in abuse reports, I will put in the link to that channel as well. I've noticed another channel with the same name, so I know it's also another, you know, a duplicate channel, or of course, you know, like trolls like to do, they make channels names very similar to others as well. So I will provide some links in descriptions if you guys want to know more about it. Just let me know. Block that person immediately, and we'll just deal with this person, maybe hopefully get their channel taken down. Yeah, so I just think it just irks me. Somebody saying, you know, verbal abuse against a 2-year-old is just absolutely insane. unforgivable, and that person, I think, must be punished. Unfortunately, it's only through the internet, so as much punishment as we can ever give them is to close down their channel and start up another one. But hopefully we can show YouTube and our community that there is zero tolerance for that kind of behavior. Okay, so now getting past the serious stuff, and anybody who helps me out with that, I very much thank you. Okay, so let's get on to the books and the pickups that I got. First of all is this one, another Legend of Zelda manga. This is the 10th in the series, I believe, and the final one. I have 3 others, which I have here, which is 2 parts, 2 books to the Ocarina of Time, and then there's Majora's Mask, and this one is Phantom Hourglass. These books were really awesome. I loved the other reads. I don't remember as much about the video game of Phantom Hourglass. It was a DS game, but it was a sequel to the Wind Waker, which first, when I saw screenshots of it, I thought this was going to be an awful game. I'm not going to have fun with it. But it ended up being definitely one of my favorite Legend of Zelda video games. So reading any stories within the Wind Waker kind of series will be a lot of fun. So yeah, really cool. Great artwork by this all-female team. Just tremendous stuff, I think. Yeah, great stuff. So Legend of Zelda, Phantom Hourglass. I am going to... I told in the video quite a while ago I'd be getting all of these, and I will eventually get all of them. They're that good. That's good. Okay, next up is one for my wife. The next volume in The Walking Dead, number 13. So yeah, 13. There's 16 so far in total. So she'll have them all pretty soon. I don't know what else to say about it. We're really excited for the TV show to start up again, and eventually I'll read all these. Yeah, wife is really enjoying those. Went and splurged a bunch of money on my son too. We spent over an hour in Toys R Us. He came back with one toy, this remote control spider, big tarantula. It's about this big or whatever. Eventually I might show it to you guys on a video. Okay, one from a few weeks ago that I couldn't find last time I was at the shop, Avengers vs. X-Men issue 3. These ones aren't so biggie that really must have, but I find them a lot of fun. Great art in them, great fun little battles, but it's definitely not a must. I mean, if you're reading Avengers vs. X-Men, I think just getting the main title is enough. But I wanted to collect all of the verses, so I finally got it. I think it'll be fun. And this one's got AR. I think I saw a nice splash page there that I want to show. Really cool stuff. Yeah, that's really awesome. Colossus pounding the thing. So that's pretty cool. So got that one. And so the new stuff for the week. Issue 19 of Venom with a nice Tony Moore cover. I've kind of forgotten what's happened in Venom a little bit. Nothing extremely big, I guess. Well, maybe except Venom is back as Toxin. I guess that's the biggest thing, I guess. Which is going to be pretty cool, but up to this moment it's, slightly forgettable because there's some other bigger stuff going on. But I've always enjoyed the Venom title. It's really awesome. Great artwork, I think. So it's like, as soon as it's kind of, I read it, I enjoy it, then I slightly forget about it, and then when I get it back in my hand, start reading it, I'm like, it all comes back to me. But this one, Wolverine 308. I'm still not sure about the Samney covers, or Somni, however you want to say it. A lot of people are like, those are just awesome, love it. I'm still in the air about it. Same with the Dr. Rot story. It's good, it's pretty messed up, but still, I still kind of remember from the Weapon X series, so to me it feels a little bit more, just rehashing it, redoing it, that, I don't know, it's hard to say. Nothing's completely overly excited me yet that is just, Dr. Rot, Wolverine, brutality. It doesn't seem to me like a very smart story so far. But it's Wolverine. I'm going to enjoy it. Okay, this one, Avengers vs. X-Men Round 6. Pretty good. I enjoyed the last one. A lot of people, didn't because of the Phoenix 5 thing. But this was actually really cool, I think, what the Phoenix Force is doing now. This is a few weeks or whatever, or more than a week after they got their power. Good art by Oliver Coipel, I think. So beautiful art inside. I didn't mind the John Romita Jr. art, but this is beautiful artwork too. Some great splash pages. The AR was enjoyable. It was neat in the AR where they had I think she was a lawyer, talk about the Pax Utopia, and all the stuff that Scott was talking to the UN about. That was really interesting. So this is a good comic. It's really enjoyable. The whole series, hopefully it ends really well, but good book if you want to know more about my thoughts on that one and our community's thoughts. Go to the Comic Talk. I can't remember which one it is, what number it is, but one of the recent Comic Talks. And me, Scott, and Gavin Cummings, we talk about this book. At that time I didn't read it, but it was good. Now another couple books here that we talked about. This one mostly, Saga issue number 4. This is the only book I read before I did that comic community. Great artwork. I thought this was a short read, but there was quite a bit for you to take in this book. Now at first, this is a huge shocker. Probably the first issue was a big shock. Now this is another big shock, but it stays with kind of what Saga is doing throughout the whole series. It kind of just really shocks you, and then it makes you think what the heck am I reading, and then it redeems itself, and pulls you back in, and you're just kind of shocked. You don't know whether you really like it or not. I'd say it's a good comic, but you're just like, wow, what am I reading? And a few pages in here where you're just kind of want to look at the book, through your fingers, and you're like, what am I really looking at, or use your peripheral, because the things that Fiona draws in here is, whoa, yeah, the will goes to the planet Sextillion. So you can only imagine some of the stuff that's happening there. Really out there. But some funny moments as well, and some more character development. So, all that really just bold stuff comes to the surface right away when you think of this book. But when the more you analyze it, the more you talk about it, all the different moments, the flow of the story and everything, it's actually quite, kind of a piece of work. It is really a masterworks for sure, but just really messed up. For a comic book, I've never read something like this almost pretty much in the whole history of reading comic books. And again, since it started, everybody's kind of had it said that it's had that heavy metal feel, and it does, but it's definitely a smarter story, I think. Heavy metal is usually just bam, sex in your face and some action, but this definitely has more intelligence to the story with that slightly obscene heavy metal feel, which really shocks you for, you know, a comic book. But really good. So if you want to know a little bit more about that one, and if you're not reading it, again, go to the Comic Community Central and listen to Comic Talk. Okay, last one here, which I thought was good. All the Before Watchmen series I've been looking forward to read. The ones I'm most excited to read will be Night Owl and Rorschach. But this one I thought was going to be really awesome. I treated myself to the variant cover. I don't even know who actually does the variant cover here. I really don't know. But this one I found to be the best one out of all the other covers of Before Watchmen, Minuteman, and Silk Spectre. I thought this was the best one. The regular cover with him just with his mask on, I think, was the worst cover. So I was glad to get this one with him lighting up a cigarette, surrounded by you know, peace demonstrators. Him on top of a hippie van. So this was really great, and I haven't seen anybody else in the community get this cover except for Scott. But really nice cover. So the story, a lot of you guys probably heard, he's friends with the Kennedys, and it's kind of insinuated in this book that he was, what's the word, distracted to go elsewhere to deal with Moloch when he really didn't need to. So I think somebody else had planned to get the comedian out of the way so that they can have JFK assassinated, which was a good story. And if you've read the novel, the original graphic novel, and watched the movie, you would think that it was going to turn out to be a really interesting story that it would eventually lead to comedian being the one to assassinate JFK, but that's not so in this book. So I'm not sure where I kind of lie with that, because I do like the way the movie portrayed the comedian. And this one he seems a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit nicer, a little bit more, I don't know, he's got a little bit more feeling, that there's more to him than just being the a-hole that he is. So this one's going to kind of show that, maybe, and because of him being so close to the Kennedys, and now he was assassinated, maybe this is something that turns him further into the, hard ass that he is. But really good comic. I'd have to say, though, I think I agree with, I think it was Howler Mouse who had said if he was to rate them, it would have been the Silk Spectre, I think that's what he said, Silk Spectre, Comedian, and then Minutemen? Something like that. Yeah, I'd have to say that. They're all enjoyable, but Silk Spectre is definitely on the top. And for a start, I mean, it might change when you get the collected volume, the overall story, but as far as first issues go, yeah, I think it'd probably be, yeah, Silk Spectre, Comedian, and then Minutemen for me. But it's a very close line to Minutemen and the Comedian. But yeah, great stuff. Next week is Night Owl, so I'm hopefully going to pick up that issue as well and read that one. Don't think I have anything else to show you guys or talk to you guys about. I think that's about it. Yeah. Okay, so that's it, you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh yeah, also Warzone Spider. I know I got to get a prize to you. It might take me a while still. I kind of got something on the order for you from a comic book shop, so hopefully that turns out. I'll be able to get that and I'll get a prize to you. So it might take quite a while, but I'll get that to you. And yeah, Gene Paul Ace Peter, if you're listening, I got your project done, and hopefully I'll get that to you eventually as well. That was a lot of fun to do. Okay, so that's that, you guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.